Okay, thank you guys for coming and listening to me talk about life and work in Europe. So you might be wondering, why am I talking about Europe? It's because I actually lived in Belgium for 5 months earlier this year, and I also visited 14 other countries, and in the meantime, I have made a lot of local friends along the way. So the 14 countries I've been to is Portugal, Spain, France, Belgium, Netherlands, Switzerland, Italy, Austria, Bosnia and Herzegovina, Montenegro, Albania, Croatia, and Ireland. Okay, so a lot of the pictures in the slides are pictures taken by me. And so let's have a mini quiz to test how well you guys know about the different countries' landmark. So the easiest one, where is this? Yeah, which city? Yes, correct. It's the Eiffel Tower in Paris. This is going to get a little harder. No. Yeah, Switzerland. It's the Alps in Switzerland. So yeah, so the chocolate is actually a mountain in Switzerland. So it's not this mountain, but it's one of the mountains in Switzerland. Okay, next one. They are known for their egg tarts. Close, close to Spain. Yeah, Portugal. Okay, Portugal. Okay, next one. If you like F1, you might know. This is a very hard one, but if you like F1, yeah, Monaco. Yeah, it's correct. With the clicker. With the clicker. Oh, okay. So actually, Monaco is a very small country that not a lot of people know of. It's yeah, it's bigger. So, no. Here, here not much because it's a very small country. We only did a day trip. Yeah. Thank you. Okay, moving on next. They are known for their fries, waffles, and chocolate. Yeah, Belgium, correct. So this was the place that I lived for 5 months. And this is their famous statue. So next, some of the culture shocks I've experienced in my daily life when I was there. So for greeting, for formal settings is just normal handshake, like what we always do. But for casual and friendly settings, they actually have this thing called cheek kissing. You guys might have seen in like shows or movies. Basically, you just put your cheek to the other person's cheek. Yeah, even for like girl and guy, they do that. So, huh? If I'm close with the person, like if you're friends, yeah. Because in school they always do that also. Okay. Oh, yeah. So for most countries, it's usually the right cheek to right cheek first, but it depends also. Like some countries is the left. So whenever I'm unsure, I just follow the other person's lead. Yeah. Yeah. So you go for right first and then the left, or left then right. Yeah, so it's both. Okay, for seasons, for the warm season during summer, they actually do not have air conditions and some houses don't even have fan because it's just impractical for them to have aircon since it's only 3 months out of the entire year and they need money to like maintain it. Oh no, it's like their house, in their house. During summer, they also don't have aircon. Yeah, it's hot. It's like 30 plus degrees. No, I don't know. I need aircon. They just live with it. I wasn't there during summer. Yeah, yeah. And sunbathing, the people there really love the sun, like everywhere, not only the beaches or parks. So you'll see them like maybe on the streets, on the stairs, they will just sit when there is sunlight. Like they really love the sun a lot. And cold seasons, it's actually difficult to find like iced drinks in cafe. Yeah. So for sunlight during winter, the top part of Europe actually don't really have a lot of sun. So it can range from like 0 to 7 hours a day. Yeah. And during summer, there is this thing called daylight savings where the clocks move forward by 1 hour, so the day lasts longer. And most countries have it except the following countries. So you can see this picture I've taken is actually taken at 9:30 p.m., but it's only when the sun started to set. Yeah, so during summer, the day is very long, which is good. It's like 6 a.m. to 9 plus p.m., depends. Yeah. Sorry? They sleep normally, like normal hours. Yeah. Usually they have dinner quite late, like in general, like 8, 9, 10 p.m. Yeah. For recycling, their recycling habit is actually very strong. So when I was living in Belgium, we have to separate our trash into the blue bag and white bag. So the blue bag is all the recyclables and white bag is normal trash. Some countries even separate even further, like food waste and all. So basically for us, we just put all our trash into one of the bags and leave it outside our door. Every Wednesday and Saturday, like they will come and collect it, which is very different from Singapore because we have a central rubbish chute, like right outside our house. Yeah, so it was a little inconvenient. But I think in Vietnam, how do you guys do it? Like just throw outside. No, nothing. And the stores over in Europe closes very early. So weekday is normal, like 8 to 10 p.m., but Saturday it closes early evening, like 4 to 6 p.m., and Sundays most are closed. I'm talking about like restaurants and supermarkets. So it's hard to do like your grocery runs during the weekend. And there is also no convenience stores that is open like 24 hours. The only stores that are open for like late into night is those that sells like beer and snacks kind of shops. Yeah, so for toilet, everywhere, almost everywhere we had to pay about 1 or 1.5 euros. Like even in fast food restaurants like McDonald's and KFC, you have to pay. The only place you don't have to pay is like in the metro. So every time when I get into the metro, I'll go to the toilet. If not, I have to pay every time to go to the toilet. But most of the locals I've seen, like in fast food restaurants, they usually just climb over the gantry. Yeah. But I didn't do that because I'm scared. Yeah, like I actually didn't go to the toilet a lot when I was in Europe. Like we drank very less water also. Yeah, so it was pretty inconvenient. And for the metro stations, most countries do not have gantry to go in. And for some, you need to validate your ticket. So how you validate your ticket is by this. You either tap or insert it in. And, sorry? Gantry is like this. Yeah. Some countries do, but most countries do not. So there will be a train conductor in every like train, metro to check your ticket, like one by one. Yeah. So sometimes if you're lucky, you can escape, but I wouldn't recommend that because the fine is like 50 euros. Yeah. And it can go up to like 100 plus euros. So, which is very different from what I've been living, like experiencing in Singapore, where we have to tap our card before we can even go into the into the train station. Yeah. So, in Singapore, the train station, the train and the bus doors will always open automatically, but in Europe it does not. So I was a bit shocked because you see the small button at the right. That's where you have to press it and it'll open. Yeah, so it doesn't open automatically or like there's no button for you to press like for the bus stop. Like when it stops, you press and it opens. Yeah. So strikes. How often do you think I've experienced strikes in Belgium? Like train strikes. How often? Hmm? Which year? This year. Yeah.
So when back then in I think in 2017
Hmm.
when I was in Paris, so usually a month, once a month.
Every month.
Yes.
Yeah, so for me, when I was in Belgium, I experienced it like once or twice a month. Yeah, which is very hard for me to go to school because I live 1.5 hours away from school. So whenever there's strike, I can't go to school. So I will email the professor saying, I can't go to school because there's a strike and he allowed. Yeah. So it's good and bad because I get to skip school. Yeah. Yeah. And some other fun facts, in every grocery store there is €1 like croissant and peanut chocolate, which is very convenient because every time before school starts, like we will get some bread. Yeah. Yeah, it's good. Because in Singapore for a croissant it's like triple the price. Yeah. Yeah, and the quality is not as good. So we ate like bread very often there. Yeah.
What the taste of croissant? Does it have do they have any difference in the taste between like croissant in Paris and croissant in Belgium?
I don't think there's a huge difference. I think it's pretty similar, but if you compare it with like Asian croissants, it's definitely very different. Yeah. Like even just a €1 croissant from the grocery store is much better than like a restaurant in Asia serving croissants. Yeah, especially when it's hot, it's very good. And next, pebble beaches are very common in Europe. Like usually we are more used to sand beaches, right? But in Europe, it's mostly pebbles. Mainly because like they are very close to like cliffs and all, and when the rock falls, it gets washed to the shore. That's why they have pebble beaches. Is that what? No, but a little because it's slippery. So, as in the waves or? I mean, there wasn't like huge waves there, but when you're stepping on the pebbles near the water, it's very slippery, so you can like fall easily, yeah, slip and fall. But compared to sand, you won't slip and fall, yeah. Yeah, so like I said, they love the sun. This is the center of Brussels, and behind there is like all stairs. But during the day, people will just sit there because the sun is shining. Yeah, so basically, wherever there is sun, you will see people over there. Yeah, even if it's on the floor, like when I was in school, there are some places on the floor during lunch, like people just sit there because there's sun. Yeah, so they really sunbathe a lot. Okay, this is a coffee shop in Netherlands. Can you guess what is being sold in here?
Marijuana.
Okay, no, it's weed, marijuana, weed, weed, weed. Yeah, so if you go to Netherlands and you want to go to like a cafe, make sure it says cafe, not coffee shop, because coffee shop is where they sell like weed and the drugs. Yeah. The streets of Netherlands smells like weed everywhere, so almost. Yeah, so more fun fact about Netherlands is the world's #1 cycling nation. It only has 18 million residents, but there are 23 million bicycles. And the bicycle lanes are everywhere. I think I would say it's the equivalent of bikes in Vietnam. Yeah. This is like their main mode of transportation. Yeah, they go really fast. So if you're a tourist, I wouldn't recommend you to cycle there. Bike, like motorbike. It is not common in Europe actually for motorbikes. Yeah, and yeah, if you're not confident and you cycle slowly, the locals will get angry at you. Yeah. Cyclists have the most right of way there, more than cars or pedestrians. And there are usually like thousands of bicycles in the canals. Can you guys guess why? Is there so many bicycles in the canals? How did it end up there? Why is there so many bicycles in the canals every year? The body hot? Okay, so any more guesses? Anyone? Okay, so, not really. So most of the bicycles end up in the canals is because when it's spoiled, they just throw it inside the canals. Yeah, they don't dispose it properly, they just throw it inside the canals. Yeah. And also there are a lot of pigeons in Europe. This one was in Netherlands. So if you're scared of like birds, pigeons, it'll be tough going there because I have a friend that was scared of birds and they fly really, really low. So yeah, every time when my friend sees a bird, she has to like walk one whole round to get around it. It's, I eat them. Joking. No, I don't think so. No.
Actually, when we cannot communicate with those pigeons or any other bats on the street because we make the government is protect them. So whenever we have any like issue with them, no, like hurt them publicly, we can be fine with that.
No, but if not publicly. And do you know people there will eat or not?
No.
I told you.
Okay, so next, working in Europe, I do not have like direct experience, but I've have friends who are working in Europe, and I've asked some questions also. It's not a lot, but mainly the work-life balance. They get 20 to 30 paid annual leaves a year, and they just have to clock 35 to 40 working hours a week. And there is this law which is right to disconnect. It is illegal for employees, illegal to contact employees after working hours. But of course, this does not apply to all company and industries because like finance, yeah, so it does not apply to every industry and company because, for example, like finance, investment banking, they have to work more hours. And also sabbatical leave is very common in Europe and actually in Asia. I've talked to a lot of Europeans actually on sabbatical leave. So what it is an extended break from work. It could be paid or unpaid. Usually if it's paid, they will get like half of their normal salary. This, why they get sabbatical leave is because employers don't want to lose their employees, but they still want to give their employees a break. Yeah. It depends, but I don't know of people that took like 6 months. I think average will be around there, 6 months. Yeah. It could be paid or unpaid, depends on like how valuable this employee is and the company. Yeah, it depends. So it could be paid or unpaid. But usually if it's paid, it's like half of their normal salary. It's still secure, yeah. I think they have extra, like, it's different. Yeah, I think. The sabbatical leave is like optional, like if you want to take it, and you can just take it. It's not like every year they get sabbatical leave kind of thing. Yeah. So whenever they want to take it, they can just request to their employer. And remote working is very common there as well. I think you can see there are like a lot of digital nomads in Da Nang, like Europeans working remotely, but they are in Da Nang. Yeah, so you can see that remote working is way more common in Europe than in Asia. Yeah. It's not very common in Vietnam, right, for remote working. Yeah. Mm. Yeah, and also hybrid working, work from home, usually they get at least 1 day per week, but comparing it with Singapore, usually depends on the industry as well, but most do not have like work from home days. Yeah, if not, the most is like 1, yeah, after COVID. Before COVID, it was like no work from home days. Also taxes are extremely high in Europe. So I would say if you are living in Europe, working in Europe, half of your salary is gone to taxes. So here you can see the example I gave. If the monthly income is 4,000 USD, Singapore is very low, only 2%, Vietnam is 10%, and France is around 25 to 27%. But for context, France is the second or third highest tax. Yeah. So Singapore is a great place to work. Yeah, so for technology there, AI rollout is relatively slower than Asia because they have more rules and regulations about it. So for example, this is the law there. Yeah, you can see that if there is risk for using AI, the highest is prohibited and the middle is you have to be very transparent about when you're using AI. Yeah, and the rest is no obligations to like report anything. Yeah, so if you use AI, generally you have to like report it that you're using it.
Report to the government?
Yeah, if you like you're working in the company, then yeah.
So the company, if you work in a company in Europe, you report how you use AI to the company, and the company have to report to the government?
Yeah, if it's like published for the public kind of thing, yeah. Yeah, And I've come to the end of my sharing. Is there any questions? It can be about anything, like my life in Europe or traveling in general. I'm not an expert in the working one though.
What is your favorite country out of the 14?
My favorite country,
The which one?
the what?
The one with the which street?
With the what?
Which
With
street?
street? Oh, no. My favorite would be the one below, the one that is not shaded, like the Albania area. Yeah, I've not went there, but here.
Serbia?
So it's not very well known, but it's very nice because it is not as touristy as like France, for example. Yeah. It's, I would say it's like developing countries as well. So it's kind of like the vibes are not very different, but of course it's still expensive. But it's less expensive than like the normal countries you know of, kind of thing. If not, I really love Switzerland as well and Portugal. But Switzerland is really expensive. Like because I went there with my friends, half of our baggage were like instant food because we cannot afford the food there. So every night we just cook like instant noodles. Yeah, it's really expensive.
Người sinh nó tiêu tiền rồi họ tiếc nữa thì mình any bad like experience when you stay
In Brussels, I had Brussels, Belgium. Yeah, the city I live in is Brussels, which is the main city of Belgium. And it was not safe over there. And after I moved there, 2 weeks, there were shooting cases. Shooting, yeah. Like, it's like some drug gang related shooting. It's like I would say 15 minutes away from my house. Yeah. No, no, no. I saw it from the news. Yeah, because I was actually out that day to the center area, and there were a lot of police, but we didn't know why. So we saw the news like the next day, like they were shooting. Daytime, morning. And then they escaped into the tram station, like they went in. So I don't know if they got caught until today, but yeah.
anh Nam, do you have same experience?
I have an experience shooting case when I was there. But yeah, most of the time most of the time it's quite peaceful. It's not really like in many situations like the US, I guess.
Yeah, I think comparing with the US, I feel Europe is still a little safer. Yeah.
A little safe and a little pricey.
Yeah.
So, I have a question. So, could you share about something about the cuisine?
Cuisine.
The food or
Cuisine.
Any, like just general.
in general, what they always like eating their breakfast or
They eat bread a lot, croissant, yeah. For breakfast, I guess, but I feel like it's very different from each country. So, for example, in Belgium, there is actually not much like specialty. It's only like fries, waffle. And if I had to like stereotype and generalize Europe food, it would be plain. Like, they don't use as much seasonings in Asian countries, for example. But if you go to like Spain, Portugal, they have really, really good food and like seafood and all. It's more strong flavored. But I would say like Netherlands, Germany, Belgium, France, it's pretty plain. Yeah, there's not much to it. Yeah, then Italy would be like the normal pasta, all that.
What do they do for entertainment?
Do
What do they do for entertainment?
like daily life or
Normal life, traveling or
yeah, I would say Europeans travel a lot. Entertainment?
no?
No, actually I've never seen a karaoke like
Do they drink a lot? Like,
beer.
yeah.
They drink beer. Again, it depends, but like the countries I said earlier, the bottom right, they drink a lot and they smoke a lot. Like any time of the day, they drink beer. Yeah. In Dana, drink. Yeah. I think I would say lesser. Yeah. Like, okay, those countries are in the Balkans region. So for the Balkans country, yeah, they really drink like a lot and smoke a lot. Like, I feel like the air pollution from cigarettes is worse over there than in Vietnam. Yeah.
So they gonna drink until that.
Yeah, I guess.
Any like hot country over there when you
Hot job. Like the in demand job.
know like people talk or eat a lot and dream jobs over there?
Drink.
No idea.
Not really, but I've met a lot of people in the IT industry as well. Like I have a friend in working in Air France, the main airline there, and another in BMW as like data engineer. That I feel like a lot of people I've met is actually in the IT industry. Yeah.
Europe or Singapore or Vietnam?
I would love to live in Europe, but the taxes are very high there. So there's like a huge hesitation why I might not live in Europe. But other than that, like the living and traveling, I would love to live in Europe. Maybe practically, realistically, maybe a few years in Europe if I can. But I know if I work there, I won't be able to save a lot because half of my income will go to taxes, and I still need to pay for rent and living expenses. Oh yeah, another fun fact is that you can really travel in Europe very easily. They have Ryanair, so it's very cheap. It's like 50 euros a flight from each country to another. And you also, if it's like, for example, when I went from Belgium to Paris, I just took a bus. Like it's very convenient to just leave one country to another. Yeah,
You mentioned that was 15 euro for a flight.
one way. Cheapest is like 35 euros. Yeah, but it depends. Any more questions? No more?
Any case, I asked too much.
Yeah?
No, I just asked, do you know any case study they apply AI into their work?
I know.
It's okay.
my friend working in Air France, he told me that he used like 10 different language learning models at once, and they have their own GPT in their company. Yeah. But
With the language and communicate together easier.
for the GPT,
Yeah.
I think it's for privacy, so whatever data they put inside, it won't be public, since it's Air France, like the major airline industry. Yeah. But I know some countries are not allowed to use, some company are not allowed to use AI for privacy reasons as well. Yeah. IT company, yeah.
So they have to build their own AI. Or does it not build?
It depends. For like the Air France one, they have their own GPT, but like for my other friend, I think they don't use AI, or especially for like important details, I guess. Thank you.
Can you try any product from the coffee shop?
Oh no. No.
Do you know how it costs?
No, I don't. Because if I do it and I go back to Singapore and if they test me for it, I'll get jailed. Yeah. Like in Singapore, if you sell drugs, it's a death sentence. So I didn't try. Yeah.
If we go and just asking about the price, that's still legal or illegal?
Illegal.
So just asking the
No.
price is illegal.
Legal.
Legal.
Yeah.
Not buying it.
Yeah. If you consume it or you sell it, then yeah, it's illegal. Yeah. But in Singapore, we don't have. So yeah.
No, I'm not asking what's
Europe.
we talking like that.
Yeah, so yeah, as long as I come back and if they test me and I have like weed in my system, then I'll go to jail. Yeah, but if of course if I go to Europe and just ask for the price, no. Okay, no more questions.
There's a guy have a wondering how to have the Singapore passport for himself. How to get a Singapore passport?
Oh, marry a Singaporean girl.
That's the only way.
I mean, if you work long enough in Singapore, you can get like a permanent resident, but it's hard to get. Yeah.
I think that the policy changed through the time. So few of my friends, they started college in Singapore from since 2012 until now.
Yeah, it's really hard. Like even my friends that studied in Singapore since birth, sometimes they still until like maybe 18, then they can get, even though they started applying since like 13 or something. Yeah, many rounds.
Yes, it depends on the case.
Okay, no more questions.
Any other question here? Okay. Yay.
Okay, thank you everyone for listening. If you have any more questions, next time you can just find me around the office and ask me. Yeah. Thank you.